You've heard of scam emails. Well, this is a scam video because he's pretending to do gardening. And if he digs any of my bulbs up, he'll be
hello
trouble.
there. Welcome.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, my back. All this gardening.
Yeah.
Really, honestly.
Digging a hole where you don't need to.
Anyway, today I will be taking these ingredients and composing them into this amazing dish. Stay tuned and I'm going to carry on gardening.
Yeah, pigs might fly.
Hello my fellow composers and welcome to The Composing Cook. Okay, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to make a roast lamb lasagna using leftover lamb. This recipe was basically inspired by the leftover lamb, so I thought I might as well share it with you. Okay, and we're also going to be using our leftover veg as well. All will be revealed as we go along. Okay, to begin with, I need some parmesan cheese. Now I've got a block here. This block is 200 grams. Now what I do with parmesan cheese is, rather than grating it all, I cut the rind off, hold on to the rind, we'll use that in a bit. I cut it into chunks, I put it in my processor and blitz away. Here we go, all done for you, ready to go. What I then do with it, I'll put it in this container, and whatever I don't use, I can freeze. And I can get it out as and when I need it. You don't have to defrost it, just take it out as and when you need it, and it's ready to go. But I will be using it for this recipe, so I will keep it to one side for the time being, okay? Right, let's begin by making our meat sauce. Now, the meat sauce, any meat sauce, you should always start with a combination of 4 ingredients, and that is celery, carrot, onion, and garlic. I've got 2 celery sticks roughly chopped, 2 carrots, no need to peel the carrots, roughly chopped, and 1 onion, and 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. And I will throw them in the processor. By all means, you can do this by hand, but obviously it will take time, up to you. But if you have a processor, get it out and use it. Dust it off from the back of your cupboard and use it. So put all that in with the garlic. And there you have it. You've got a nice mush there. That's exactly what you want. So I've got a pan here, which is just got about 2 tablespoons of oil. To the pan, I will add the mush, as I like to call it. So that needs to cook away on a low heat. Once it starts to fry, turn down the pan and cook it gently for about 10 minutes till it softens. You don't want it to brown, just soften. And actually what I will do is I will add 1 teaspoon of salt, because that will stop it burning as well. And it also releases all the water from the veg. I've got here some rosemary. It's the fresh rosemary from the garden. I would say probably about 2 to 3 sprigs, which I've roughly chopped. By all means use dry. If you're using dry, go for about 2 teaspoons of rosemary. Look, there's a bit of cheese there left. I might just throw that in as well. Why waste it? Come and have a look. Everything's softened nicely. Yum, yum. And, okay, what we need to do now is add... No, focus on me. Yeah. That's it. Hi everyone, yeah.
Is that the food?
Yeah, and me. Okay, lamb. What I have here, this is leftover lamb, which Aaron made a lovely roast dinner during the week, and he made a leg of lamb. You always have lamb left over. What do you do with it? Well, make it into lasagna. You're going to need between 500 grams and 750 grams of leftover lamb, okay? So what we do with this now is throw this in, all of it, chuck it all in, give that a good stir. And we're now going to have to cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's warmed through and it's looking luscious. I'm sure you're aware, lasagna is actually quite easy to do, it just takes time, okay? Time is the essence with a lasagna. Patience is a virtue. So just take your time with it, enjoy every stage, alright? I'll see you in 5 to 10 minutes.
Is it gin o'clock yet?
Is it Friday?
Yeah.
Then it's gin o'clock.
Oh, good.
Are we filming? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Cheers, everyone. Drink sensibly, yeah?
Uh-huh.
All right, come and have a look at the lamb. Look at the lamb. Just look at it. Wow. So to that, we need to add some stock. Now what I have in here, look at this. It's all lumpy and gooey. This is full of flavour. This is the gravy. Obviously when you put homemade gravy in the fridge, it goes lumpy and goes...
It's also left over from Tuesday's dinner.
left over from Tuesday's roast
Never
dinner.
throw anything away.
No, this is full of flavour. You can get your lamb stocks if you want, but if you've got any leftover gravy, save it. It's perfect for this dish. Now I need to make about 500 millilitres of stock. You can use hot water. I'm just going to get water from the tap, cold water, because it's going to get hot in there anyway. That's 500 millilitres of stock. It's all lumpy, but that is all going to break down as it warms up. Throw that in. Give that a quick stir.
The smell is amazing.
So I'm going to add 1 can of chopped tomatoes, 400 gram can of chopped tomatoes, in that goes. And I'm going to add ketchup, 2 tablespoons. 1, 2, and a bit. Just eyeball it, alright? Let's add some salt and pepper to that. I'm looking at roughly 1 teaspoon of pouring salt, 1 teaspoon, and some pepper. A good grinding of black pepper. So around. Right, it's come to the boil. Do you remember that bit of rind I was talking about from the parmesan cheese? Take the rind. This will add flavour. And obviously you need to pick it out once it's done its time. Alright, so you leave that in while it simmers for half an hour as well. Let's talk veg, shall we? When we do a roast dinner, we always have some form of veg left over. We had some cabbage left and some sweet corn. I'm going to incorporate this into the lasagna. So it's obviously cut up quite small, but I want to chop up a bit more. There's not much here. Work with what you have. If you've got carrots, parsnips, whatever it is, use it, okay? Now what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cut it up roughly. If you want to make this cabbage, especially for this dish, if you look at the video for my creamy cheesy laid bake, I'll put the link up here, you can see the cabbage I make there. You can use that method and use it in exactly the same way. I've got here some mint sauce. Sorry, I didn't make my mint sauce. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of this, roughly 1 tablespoon, and I'm going to mix that around. I will put this to one side. Right, I will see you in half an hour when the meat sauce is finished, okay? We're about halfway through cooking the meat sauce. I just want to let you know, you need to stir it now and again. Okay, so just give it a good stir and just keep an eye on it. You don't want it to catch. Nothing like a good stir. So it's been half an hour. Come and have a look. Look how lush that is now. Wow, it's thickened nicely. And this husk, this bit of cheese, this thing has done its work. So we will dispose of it. There we go. Gas is off. Just leave this to rest for a while. We want it to just cool down a little bit while we make the bechamel sauce. Now in this pan, I have 100 grams of butter, which I have melted. Do we remember the secret to a good bechamel sauce?
Yeah, good whisk.
The whisk, yes, it's all about the whisk. Okay, I'm going to going to turn the heat up. 100 grams butter, I'm going to add 100 grams of plain flour. In that goes. Give that a good whisk around. Just cook that off for a couple of seconds, just to cook out the flour. In this jug, I have 1.2 litres of milk, or 1,200 millilitres of milk, however you want to look at it. Cold milk, I always use semi-skimmed. You don't have to use full fat, semi-skimmed is absolutely fine. Don't know if I would go with skim though. Semi-skimmed is your safest bet. So, that's looking good. So we need to gradually add the milk. Stir it. Watch it thicken again. Ooh, that looks lumpy, doesn't it? Oh no, how's that going to turn into a nice creamy lush sauce? Keep watching. Keep watching, look at that. Nice and thick again. Oh, there you go, look at that.
Thanks for saying.
Some more milk. Because the pan's so hot, the milk won't actually take that long to warm up anyway, to be honest with you. Can you see it all coming together now? All those lumps disappearing. Lumps, be gone with you. Be gone, lumps. Work those biceps. Work those biceps. There we go. Add more milk. Right, when it gets to this stage, you can just throw it in now. Throw it in. There we go. And that will slowly thicken. As the milk warms up, that will thicken. So to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon salt, roughly, and some ground black pepper. Do it to taste. You're cooking it, do it however you like it. Some nutmeg. Actually be careful with this, you don't want loads because it can be overpowering. So probably about half a teaspoon roughly, to a teaspoon, up to you. Give that a stir. All you have to do now is just whisk it every 30 seconds to a minute because you don't want it to stick. And once it thickens, turn the heat down, okay? Let's leave that there for a second and let's come over here. What I have here is a dish. This dish measures 23 centimetres by 33 centimetres. If your dish isn't exactly, it doesn't matter. A little bit bigger or a little bit smaller won't make any difference, okay? And I've buttered this dish as well. Look at that, there we go. Look people, look at it, look, that's it. That's what you're looking for, nice and thick now. Perfect, perfect. That is what you're looking for.
Nice thick creamy sauce.
Nice thick creamy sauce.
Thicker than I thought.
I'm going to leave that on low because I want to keep it this consistency because like I say, as soon as you take up the heat, it doesn't take long for it to start thickening even more. Right, here's your dish. Here's your meat sauce. Here's your leftover veg. And you've got your lasagna sheets. I like to use dry lasagna sheets. I always use dry, never use fresh. These packets contain 500 grams. One packet should be enough, but I always like to get 2 just in case. Okay. At the bottom of the dish, you need to put roughly 2 tablespoons. This is just to coat the bottom. Roughly, okay, doesn't have to be perfect. Pasta, dried pasta. Layer it, put a single layer on. Obviously you can see it won't fit in the corner. Break a corner off, put that at the bottom. There we go. Right, so we've got that on there. Now, we need to do everything in thirds. So I need a third, except that sauce. So I need a third of the meat sauce. So I'll just pour it on roughly. There we go, that's a third of the meat sauce. Third of this veg, put that in as well.
Oh, the smell of that lamb is intoxicating.
That'll do. So it's not much. If you have more, depends how much veg you have left, put it in. You can even leave the veg out altogether if you haven't got any, but I've got some, so I'm going to use it. Now, the bechamel sauce. You want a couple of tablespoons, roughly, or ladle spoons, should I say, because you need to make sure you keep some for the top. I might even go for 1, 2 ladlefuls, like that. You can see it's not covering loads, but get a spoon. Just spread it. Just spread it round. 2 teaspoons of parmesan cheese. Make it 3, because I like the cheese. And then we start again. Now, Aaron, I think now,
We go on fast.
but remember, you need a layer of the pasta, okay?
Yeah,
So
let's
your-
see that.
So your layers start, your layers start is you put the meat sauce at the bottom, your 3 layers start from that first layer of pasta at the bottom, okay? So the pasta, meat sauce, the veg, bechamel sauce, cheese, that is your 1 layer. So we're gonna do exactly the same with another 2 layers. Aaron, let's go. Speedy Gonzalez. So we've done our 3 layers. This is what we have. Now to finish it off, we need another layer of pasta. Question is, will I have enough in this pack?
No.
Or will I?
No, you're not.
You're meant to create suspense.
No.
Look at this.
You're
Look.
gonna
Oh
be-
no!
You're
Look.
gonna be 1 sheet short.
2 sheets. 1 sheet short. Yeah.
Easy for you to say.
Look at that. 1 sheet
Oh,
short.
no, there's
oh no
nothing
no
in
no
there.
no 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 no! Perfect. I did it with 500 grams. Look at that. Get the rest of your bechamel sauce. Pour it on top. All that needs is some more parmesan on top. Just put it on.
So that's per
Cover it.
taste.
Exactly. And that's how much I got left from that block, so I'll just put 1 more on because I can. This is it. It's your lasagna. You put in as much or as little as you want.
That's another 2.
Another 2. There we go. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Now this needs to go in the oven. I have my oven preheated at 170. Now, if yours is a gas oven, I would recommend between 180 and 190. So I will put it in the oven for between 30 and 40 minutes on the bottom shelf. You can put this in the fridge and leave it overnight. If you do that, I would recommend you take it out of the fridge about 2 hours before it's ready to go in the oven. Have it covered in foil. Cook it for half an hour with the foil on, and then take the foil off for the last half an hour. What you don't want to do is you don't want it to catch too early, okay? But for me, I will put this in the oven at 170 for 30 to 40 minutes. Let's do that now.
So, the bleed has gone off.
Okay, right, it's had its time. It took 40 minutes for me. Let's have a look. Oh yes. Oh yes. You just focus on that for a bit, Aaron. There you have it. Now, just when you think you're close to the finish line, you have to let it rest for a good 10 to 15 minutes before even thinking about slicing it. It's too hot. If you cut it up now, it's just gonna be too sloppy. You want the bechamel sauce, you want the meat sauce to thicken up a little bit, and that takes time, okay? Look at it this way. You need to let that rest. I've put 2 shop bought. Oh, I can't believe I said that.
Sin.
I know. 2 shop bought garlic breads I put in the oven now. They take about 10-15 minutes. So take your lasagna out, get your garlic bread in, and by the time that's done and you cut that up, your lasagna should be ready to slice up. Okay, It's been out of the oven for 15 minutes. I've gone around the edge, so you don't have to see me doing that, and I reckon we could probably get easily 8 portions out of this, probably even 10, depends how hungry you are. But I'd say 8 generous portions. Right, let's have a look, shall we? The first portion is always the hardest to... Oh, look at that. Yes. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Doesn't that look absolutely amazing? If you ever needed an excuse to make a roast lamb Sunday lunch, make the roast lamb Sunday lunch, enjoy it, but look forward to the leftovers because this is what you're going to get. All right. All you need with that is the garlic bread, which is cooked as well, and you are ready to go. Make it, enjoy it, you will love it. If you've enjoyed my video, please like, subscribe and hit the bell notification button, and please leave any comments, and if you have any questions, leave them below and I will answer them for you. So take care, happy cooking my fellow composers, and I will see you soon. Lots of love. Mwah.
Getting hot by the fire, feel your body tingle, all cool. So take the plunge, just stay